Okay, so let's talk about confidence, and really talk about it, not the fake, Instagram ready, look at me, I'm perfect kind of confidence. First of all, confidence is not about being flawless. It's not about walking into a room and pretending like you've got your life completely together, or that you're some untouchable goddess who never screws up or says the wrong thing. No, that's not confidence. Confidence is messy, it's human, and honestly, it's kind of awkward sometimes, and that's perfectly okay. Confidence is about showing up as yourself, like fully, unapologetically, and sometimes, yes, awkwardly, and saying, "This is me, take it or leave it." It's about having your own back and realizing that the only approval you actually need is from yourself. Like, seriously, that's it. And I know, right now some of you are probably sitting there thinking, oh no, I'll never be confident. I'm too shy, too awkward, too whatever, and I want to stop you right there, because that's exactly the thinking that keeps you stuck. Confidence doesn't mean you're naturally loud, or that you've got a million followers on TikTok, or that you walk like a runway model every day. Nope. Confidence is like a little muscle inside you, and the more you use it, the stronger it gets. And here's the thing, you've had this muscle all along. You were born with it. The problem is life, society, your family, friends, all these little messages kind of press down on it, like, oh no, don't do that, don't be too much, don't speak up, and suddenly, that tiny little confidence you had gets buried. But the truth is, it's still in there. And it's waiting for you to dig it out and start using it. Confidence comes from knowing yourself. Like really knowing yourself, which is easier said than done, I know, because sometimes we're like, ugh, I have no clue who I am. But the trick is, it's not about knowing all the big, fancy things about yourself. It's about noticing the little things, the way you laugh, the way you care, the things that make you light up even for a second. It's about listening to that inner voice that's like, yeah, I kind of want to try that, or I want to say this thing even if it's awkward. That's your confidence whispering. And honestly, it's really not about waiting to feel brave before you act. That's the trap. You don't suddenly become confident by feeling perfect or waiting until everything lines up perfectly. You become confident by acting, by doing, by showing up even when you're scared, even when you feel small, even when your hands are shaking and your voice is cracking. That's the real stuff, the messy, authentic, oh my God, I can't believe I'm doing this kind of confidence that people actually admire. And yes, it's scary at first. You might trip, you might say the wrong thing, you might feel awkward as heck, and that's literally part of the process. The more you do it, the more you realize, okay, nothing bad actually happened. I survived, I'm still here, and I kind of feel proud of myself. That tiny spark of pride, that little acknowledgement that you just went for it, that's the fuel. And then, guess what? The next time something scary comes up, you've got a little more fire, a little more courage, a little more confidence muscle to flex. And another thing, just a little side note, confidence is not comparing yourself to literally anyone else. It's not about looking at some influencer or celebrity and thinking, wow, she's so much better than me. She's so pretty. She's so smart. She has it all together. Girl, no. That's literally the opposite of confidence. Confidence is looking at yourself and saying, yeah, I'm a hot mess sometimes. I don't have it all together. I make mistakes. I screw up. But I'm still enough. I'm still worthy. I'm still here, and that's already amazing. And you don't have to do it perfectly. In fact, it's the imperfections that make it relatable, that make it real, and that make people go, okay, wow, I actually see her, and I feel like I can do it too. So, yeah, in this part of our little confidence journey, just remember, confidence is about being messy, being real, being clumsy, being yourself, and showing up for yourself no matter what anyone else thinks. It's about starting small, like literally tiny things, speaking up in a group, saying what you want, wearing something you like even if it feels a little weird, trying a new thing even if you think you might fail, and celebrating those wins because each one is a little flex of that confidence muscle. And don't forget, it's a journey. You're not going to suddenly feel like Beyoncé overnight. It's okay. You're human. You're learning. You're growing. And every single awkward, clumsy, imperfect step is you becoming a little more of the confident, delusional, audacious girl you were born to be. Alright, so now that we've talked about what confidence actually is, let's get into the juicy part, this thing I like to call the audacity plus delusion formula, and yes, I promise it's a thing, and no, it's not weird. It's literally how people actually make moves in life. So, audacity first, think of it as that little spark that makes you go, maybe I can do this even though it feels scary, and I have no clue what I'm doing. And honestly, audacity is messy. Like, you're going to look ridiculous, probably trip a little, say the wrong thing, overthink it a million times, and that's literally part of it. The people you see who look like they just walk into success didn't magically get there. No. They did the thing they were scared of, they went full awkward mode, and then kept going even when it felt super uncomfortable. That's audacity. And now, delusion, oh girl, this is the fun part. Delusion doesn't mean lying to yourself or thinking you're Beyoncé when you just tripped over your shoelace in front of everyone. It means believing in the possibility that you can do the thing, even when it feels crazy, even when the odds look totally against you, even when literally everyone else thinks you're insane. Like, yes, you're going to try that new skill, start that business, post that video, ask that person out, whatever it is, and you're going to do it thinking, yeah, this might actually work. Watch me. Even if your brain is screaming, no, 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 what are you doing? You still do it. And here's the thing. Most people stop right there. They wait to feel brave, wait to feel ready, wait to feel perfect, and that's why most people never get anywhere. But the ones who succeed? They just show up, they do the thing, and then they figure out the rest along the way. Like literally, half of success is figuring it out while you're already in it. And it's okay to be messy, girl. You're allowed to be clumsy, awkward, tripping over your words, overthinking it, panicking. That's literally the audacity part showing up. And your delusion is that little voice that's like, yes, I might fail, but maybe I'll succeed in a way I can't even imagine yet. And that's when magic happens. You know, I remember this one time, okay? This is embarrassing. I tried to do this thing that I had no experience with, and I thought, okay, yeah, this is gonna be a disaster. And spoiler alert, it was kind of a disaster. But I kept going, kept showing up, kept doing the thing, and somehow it ended up better than I imagined. And that's the point. You don't know how good it can be until you take the leap, until you show up with audacity and a little bit of delusion, and keep showing up even if you feel like a total mess. And yes, people are going to laugh, people are going to judge, people are going to whisper, and that's fine. That's literally what you want, kind of. Because it means you're moving, you're visible, you're doing the thing that scares you, and guess what? Your energy? Your uniqueness? That's what they can't touch. They can try to imitate, they can try to bring you down, but your spark, your version of audacity plus delusion, that's only yours. And girl, you need to claim it. Even if it feels weird, even if your hands are sweaty, even if your voice cracks, you still do it. And the best part? Each time you do it, you get a little bolder, a little stronger, a little more confident. Like leveling up, but for your soul. And honestly, this is the fun part of confidence that nobody tells you. It's not just about being in control or perfect. It's about enjoying the chaos, laughing at yourself when it goes wrong, and then going again. Audacity plus delusion is your permission slip to try stuff, to fail, to look ridiculous, and then to succeed in ways you never even thought possible. And every time you show up, every time you do the scary thing, you're sending a message to yourself and to the world that you are here, you are capable, and girl, you are unstoppable. And I promise, once you start using this formula, you start noticing it in other areas too. You'll be like, maybe I can try that too. Because audacity and delusion are contagious, but in the best way, they infect your mind with possibility, and suddenly you realize, oh yeah, I can do the thing I thought was impossible. So yes, embrace your messy, awkward, delusional, audacious self. That's literally the version of you that's going to change your life. You don't know how good it can be until you take the leap, until you show up with audacity and a little bit of delusion, and keep showing up even if you feel like a total mess. And yes, people are going to laugh, people are going to judge, people are going to whisper, and that's fine. That's literally what you want, kind of. Because it means you're moving, you're visible, you're doing the thing that scares you, and guess what? Your energy? Your uniqueness? That's what they can't touch. They can try to imitate, they can try to bring you down, but your spark, your version of audacity plus delusion, that's only yours. And girl, you need to claim it. Even if it feels weird, even if your hands are sweaty, even if your voice cracks, you still do it. And the best part? Each time you do it, you get a little bolder, a little stronger, a little more confident. Like leveling up, but for your soul. And honestly, this is the fun part of confidence that nobody tells you. It's not just about being in control or perfect. It's about enjoying the chaos, laughing at yourself when it goes wrong, and then going again. Audacity plus delusion is your permission slip to try stuff, to fail, to look ridiculous, and then to succeed in ways you never even thought possible. And every time you show up, every time you do the scary thing, you're sending a message to yourself and to the world that you are here, you are capable, and girl, you are unstoppable. And I promise, once you start using this formula, you start noticing it in other areas too. You'll be like, maybe I can try that too. Because audacity and delusion are contagious, but in the best way, they infect your mind with possibility, and suddenly you realize, oh yeah, I can do the thing I thought was impossible. So yes, embrace your messy, awkward, delusional, audacious self. That's literally the version of you that's going to change your life. And spoiler, she's already inside you, just waiting for you to say, okay, I see you. Let's do this. Okay? So now that we've talked about confidence and that whole audacity plus delusion thing, let's get real about this next step, which is breaking free from all the limits. And I don't mean the kind of limits you put on yourself like, oh, I can't eat that cookie or I can't stay up late binge watching a show. I mean the big, life-sized, society and family and people who think they know you limits. The ones that are like invisible chains that somehow got wrapped around your brain when you were younger and suddenly you're like, oh, maybe I really can't do that because someone once told me I shouldn't. Girl, I'm here to tell you, you totally can. Seriously, you can do the things you've been dreaming about, the things you've been scared to try, even if everyone around you thinks it's crazy, even if your parents, culture, or society told you that girls don't do that. Like, yes, I've been there. I grew up hearing a million little rules and restrictions that were supposed to define what I could or couldn't do, and I followed them for a while because, I didn't want trouble. But then, slowly, I started realizing, wait, I'm literally living inside someone else's box, and that's not even my life. And that's the trap. Confidence doesn't grow in a box. It grows in the messy, loud, slightly scary space where you start making choices for yourself, not because someone told you it's okay, but because you feel it in your gut. And here's the funny part. Once you start making choices for yourself, it's going to feel awkward at first. You're going to feel like a total rebel, even for small things, like deciding to wear that outfit you like, speaking your mind, saying yes to something that scares you, or saying no to people who drain your energy. It feels weird because you're literally unlearning years of programming, like, oh, this is how I'm supposed to act versus, oh wait, I can act like me? And yes, it's confusing at first, and sometimes you'll slip back into old patterns. Don't worry, everyone does. But each time you choose yourself, that's a little spark of freedom, and girl, sparks turn into flames. And let's be honest, society loves to make you doubt yourself. Social media, family, friends, culture, they all have these invisible standards that make you question your worth, your choices, your style, your dreams. And that's exactly why so many girls never try things they secretly want to. But that stops here. That stops with you. You get to choose your path. You get to decide what your life looks like, even if it's messy, awkward, and imperfect. Even if people gossip or whisper, even if your parents or peers don't approve, that's okay. That's literally part of the process. And here's a tip I wish someone told me: don't wait for a big, dramatic moment to start breaking free. Start with tiny rebellions. Speak your truth in a conversation. Wear what makes you feel good. Start that hobby you've been scrolling past for months. Make small choices that feel true to you every day. They might feel stupid at first, like, ugh, who am I even? But slowly, those tiny choices pile up into a life that's yours. And the more you do it, the more audacious you get, and the more delusional you can allow yourself to be in a good way. Like, maybe you start thinking, I can move to a new city, I can try that career, I can do the thing everyone says is impossible, because now you've built momentum. And girl, momentum is everything. Once you take the first step, the second step feels a little easier, the third step a little bolder, and suddenly, boom, you're doing things you never imagined you could. And yes, it's going to feel scary, and yes, you'll freak out sometimes. That's life. That's part of the magic. But the important thing is this. Don't stay stuck in the box. Don't live by someone else's rules. Don't let the you can't voices from your past run your life. You are allowed to be loud, messy, ambitious, and totally yourself. You are allowed to make choices that feel scary but exciting. You are allowed to fail and try again. And the best part? Every time you break one of these invisible chains, confidence grows. Every time you step outside the limits someone else put on you, your audacity muscle flexes. Every time you allow yourself a little delusion, like thinking, yeah, I can do this, maybe it's crazy, maybe it's awkward, but I'm doing it anyway, you are leveling up. So start small. Start today. Say yes to the thing you've been avoiding, even if it's tiny. Say no to the thing you know isn't serving you. Surround yourself with people who cheer for you, who get excited when you do something brave, and let go of anyone who drags you back. And remember, girl, this is your life. You're allowed to make it yours, mess, chaos, awkwardness, laughter, everything included. That's where confidence lives. That's where real growth happens. And trust me, once you start, you won't want to stop. Alright, so now that we've talked about breaking free from limits, let's get into something that's honestly the most important part of confidence, self-love. And I don't mean like the cheesy, Instagram-y version where you just slap a heart emoji on your mirror and call it a day. I mean the real stuff, the messy, clumsy, everyday kind of love that makes you feel like, okay, I've got my own back, even when life is chaotic and I have no idea what I'm doing. First of all, girl, talk to yourself like you would your best friend. No, seriously. Look in the mirror and say something nice, even if it feels totally awkward or you're like, okay, this is weird. Something like, hey, girl, you're doing your best and that's enough, or yes, you tripped today, but look at you, still standing, still alive, still fabulous. Say it out loud. Feel ridiculous. Laugh at yourself. That's literally part of the magic. And another thing, daily rituals. You don't have to meditate for 2 hours or have a full Pinterest perfect routine. Little things count. Put a wallpaper on your phone that reminds you of your worth, like, I am enough, or good things are coming. And every time you unlock your phone, bam, you get a tiny hit of confidence energy. Journaling helps too. Just write down one small thing you did today that makes you proud. Even if it's as simple as, I got out of bed without hitting snooze 100 times, or I said what I wanted in that meeting. Those tiny wins add up. And girl, let's talk about affirmations, but in a fun way. Record yourself saying things like, I am worthy. I am capable. I am that girl, and listen to it while you're brushing your teeth, doing your makeup, or even scrolling your feed. You're literally training your brain to believe in you, and yes, it feels silly, and yes, it's a little clumsy, but it works. And here's the key, self-love also means doing things that make you feel good, not just things that look good on Instagram or things other people approve of. Eat that ice cream if it makes you happy. Take a nap if your body needs it. Dance alone in your room because yes, it's fun, yes, it's weird, and yes, it's your life. And girl, boundaries. Loving yourself means you stop giving so much energy to people who drain you. If someone constantly brings negativity into your life, if they gossip, judge, or make you feel small, that's not loyalty, that's self-abuse. You get to say no, you get to walk away, and you get to protect your vibe. Confidence grows when you stop watering dead flowers, okay? And one last thing about habits, consistency beats perfection every time. You don't have to do everything right every day. Some days you'll feel amazing. Some days you'll scroll TikTok for 3 hours and feel guilty. That's fine. Tomorrow, you start again. Little steps every day build mountains over time. And the beautiful part? When you consistently show up for yourself, when you celebrate your small wins, when you speak kindly to yourself, when you protect your energy, that's when confidence really blooms. That's when you start feeling like, oh yeah, I got this. I'm a little messy, a little clumsy, a little weird, and that's exactly why I'm awesome. So, start small, start messy, start clumsy, but start loving yourself like you deserve. Because girl, you do. And the more you love yourself, the more others will feel that energy too. You'll start to glow, to stand taller, to speak louder, to chase your dreams without overthinking. And it all starts with the little, daily, sometimes awkward choices you make to say, I matter. I am enough. I love me. That's literally the foundation of confidence, and trust me, it works. So, go show the world what you're made of. You are the miracle walking on this earth. You're the one they can't copy. You're the audacious, delusional, unstoppable girl who's just getting started.